I think the closest thing, even think I've been interested in many things that are kind of out of the whole mainstream and science things and like this. I think the first time I saw a live tarot deck was with Davinia, like when I have met her and stuff. And we did meet through a card in a bar, which I tend to spend a lot of times. Yeah, I think I've seen some movies and stuff that has vaguely included this, and it was kind of intriguing. Uh, yeah, I think I didn't know much about it at the time. I knew a tarot band from Finland, metal band, old one, with a guy from Nightwish running. Uh, I think I had really big, like, preconception that it's like fortune telling, like there's a gypsy woman looking at the things and something like this. So yeah, definitely I got into this through her, and I think there was a point like because I'm somewhat skeptical with everything, I guess, and I'm somehow been many times before you see or feel something, I don't believe it. Not that easy. Of course, I can take a word from someone, but I think one point with all this, which is not related to tarot, was that she was doing me the Shinrin Jitsu. I was hangover, tired. Shinrin Jitsu being like a hand healing therapy, similar sort of to acupuncture. You have points, you hold hands there on yourself or to someone else. So yeah, I was there lying, hangover, tired, hungry, scared, I don't know. And she told me that this should help. I was like, okay, there's a girl touching me, I am happy about it, whatever happens. So I was like open-minded, I didn't expect much, but funny enough, what happened was she put her hands, I don't remember exactly where, but I had like lightning through my spine. I was like, what the hell are you doing? And she's like, no, I just put my hands here, and she wasn't doing anything funny. And well, that worked. I don't know how, I still to this day, I don't know how the whole business works. But I think that was a point that gave me like a little bit like, okay, this thing, I don't know, sort of if you look at it like somebody puts hands somewhere, like if you look at it logically or like through science, it shouldn't really work or do anything much. But it's just nice that somebody is holding you somehow or touching you. But it somehow worked. So I think that gave away more uh, to like to the tarot as well. I guess I was thinking that having somewhat open mind for it, but I guess somehow thinking it's a bit of a nonsense, hilly-pojas-ish, but not really being sure because I haven't tried. Like you have to try for yourself. And funny enough, I think I was watching a TV series that the episodes were named after tarot cards. I think it was the first season, 12 episodes, and the 12th was the Hangman. I think it was just before I met her, which is interesting, sort of. And that was kind of also being, now that I think about that later on, that there was things that I now have kind of found out was in that TV series. This is a bit strange. So how I started to get more deeper into the cards was to start doing the meditation. When I have been doing the meditation, eventually, especially in the beginning, it was really difficult for me to picture the card, and it still remains that sometimes I have big problems concentrating on one thing. But now I can kind of put the cards, if I'm making, for example, this kind of getting deeper into a card, you have one card in the middle and you have 10 cards around it that are related. So now I can kind of play it in my head and I can kind of see the cards. So in general, I think the whole business with tarot, kind of studying and getting in more to it and understanding more, reading about it, doing the meditations, I think it makes me calmer. I think it has helped my concentration in things, but definitely makes me calmer. And because I used to be, it was difficult to sit still for a while, for even a little while. It seemed to be that one needed to be all the time up and running. And now I can spend, well, it has gone to this already long now, especially lately, has gone more and more to this that I'm sitting and comparing the cards and doing sort of a research with it, and it can take, well, the time kind of disappears. Let's put it this way. I'm really excited to make a lot of connections with it. So I think, yeah, it has made me a calmer person. It's this kind of thing that you have to, with the tarot, like in many other things, you have to experience it yourself, and you have to kind of relate the cards to your own life and maybe some situations and feelings, and you have to get intimate with the cards, because if you just read what they're supposed to mean and then you are trying to memorize it, it's like, well, then you can tell like, yeah, this means this and this means that, and it doesn't really give you much more insight in a sense. So well, my friendship with tarot has deepened, and I guess that's exactly what it is. They are like sort of like friends. So you need to get to know your friends better and better, and then your relation will be all the better through that. Gives you clarity, and I'm hoping that this is what it does when I read the cards for others. That gives you a clarity in the situation, what you have in hand, and even reading for others gives me clarity to my own situations. I have dreamed many things, and it seems like it comes some stuff comes in dreams that I have to somehow deal with. So I think this has kind of made that more vivid also, and even the dreaming is sort of like more calm, and then you kind of see that, okay, so I need to see this, I need to kind of deal with this, and it uncovers things in your head. Sometime earlier for me, to read somebody the card, it was like, I don't know, it's a cultural thing or whatever it is, being Finnish, but it was difficult to tell something that you see that it's not really nice or positive, something that might not be seen as very positive, even though there is no positive and negative, just things sort of. The thing is that there is no thing. But I think now, for a time, I felt like I could be more sincere with the cards. That I will give the best interpretation that I can. No matter if it says that John doesn't like you, or if it's heartbreaking, or whatever it is. But somehow that's kind of like, I think, big thing for me is like that I sort of dare to give what I see better and more honest, whatever it might be. And let's say 10 years ago, would I be thinking this? That I would be doing this? Who knows? Probably no fucking way. But it's strange how life goes. It's interesting. So here I am. The idea is that everybody's looking for answers to something. And if it is reading the cards for someone, it makes it someone to, so for someone help someone to find the answers to their question or conclusions, solutions, then it's good. Yeah, I guess for me it's been like in many things earlier that I was having this idea that something will be ready. You've reached some stage and things are ready. But for example, with the cards, it's not ever gonna be ready. You can, like I said, in the lives, you can do this forever. So it's a bit scary but really cool at the same time. So you can always learn more. And I don't know. I think the friendship with tarot will continue.